can talk about it. In the back room of the back room, it was all bad fumes in the back room. Skeleton-filled closets in the back too. You can talk about it. 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 You can. In the back room of the back room, it was all bad fumes in the back room. Skeleton-filled closets in the back too. God knows where you are. You can talk about it. 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 You can talk about it.
Yo, welcome to the Backroom Speaks podcast. Again, the brave space for creators. She yelled that in my ear. I'm Law, by the way. This is Candy Cane Bennett.
I'm Lysa.
A.K.A. Lysa.
And this is the drunkest dog in America.
Lysa, God bless you, darling.
Bless you.
Yo,
Giving all thanks and praises to...
It's the second episode 2. And we're excited to be here. Niggas thought we was done after the first one, but nah.
Not quite.
Came back and did it again. First of all, we had an amazing first episode.
And if you watched and if you shared and liked all that stuff, thank you. And if you participated with us on that episode, again, we did this before, but shout out to Jerry Westbrook.
Big guy
brand. Love him. Shout out to Daniel Lamar. We love you. Deacon MJ Smith. We love you. And Jared Dotson. Our brother Dot. We love you. We really appreciate y'all.
Kendall Williams.
And
K-Will.
He's going to kill me. I'm sorry, man.
Southside suburbanite.
Southside, all the way from Nazareth.
He's a Nazarene?
He's a Nazarene, and he can play the cans. So
he roomed with Jesus.
Kendall, did you room with Jesus? We're going to call you after this is over. But we appreciate the guys for rocking with us on the first episode. Again, I don't think we could have done it. We could have done it without them.
We definitely could have done it without them. Because we're going to do it without them today.
Yeah.
You guys aren't that important. That's a joke. I love everybody.
Said it. I did.
I love everybody for real.
He's a liar.
How are you doing, Lysa? That's what we'll leave with.
I'm doing okay. It's just another day.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm fine. Thank you for asking, guys. I'm fine. First of all, we do want to start with saying rest in peace to the legend that is DMX.
DMX.
What a soul. Man. What a soul in the gym. Yeah. So rest in peace, DMX. Not to start so somber.
But that kind of wiped me out.
It'd be like that, man. that's what death does.
Yeah.
But we got life, and we got it more abundantly.
It's church kids.
Yo, I'm super excited for this episode specifically because niggas finna get some stuff off today, and we doing it for y'all
and for us too.
Yo.
I guess I could wait real quick. Do y'all know how to find the episodes? Do y'all know where to find the episodes?
Because if one more person asks after we say it over and over again.
So we invite feedback, right? We know it's episode 2. We're still a little loose. We're going to get into the formal stuff a little bit later. But here's where you can find our stuff. So we made it easy for you. Go to our website. What is our website, Lawrence?
It's backroomspeakspod.com.
Wonderful. And there will be a direct link to our YouTube channel, which is what? Because I don't know.
It's just the Backroom Speaks podcast.
Backroom Speaks podcast.
That's the page. Right? When you get there,
subscribe
to it.
That's good.
Like it and hit the notification bell so you can know.
Send a link to your friends, your mom and them. Well, maybe not your mom and them. No, send it. I want them to hear it too. But yeah, I know that was like, as with anything new, again, we're welcoming feedback. And one of the main things that we got back was, where it's at. Like, how can I find it?
You niggas. Listen, it's
on Spotify too?
It's also available on Spotify now.
I found that out the other day.
The first episode is already up. Once you hear this one, once this one is available, it'll be on Spotify as well.
It's crazy. I didn't know that.
You can still go download it at buzzsprout.com. That's BRSP.buzzsprout.com.
You should see that on your screen too.
But it's available on Spotify. Be Apple Music soon. But yeah, I mean, real niggas do Spotify. That's not an ad. But we love everybody.
He want to be endorsed by Spotify.
We love everybody.
He wants his Spotify endorsement, but again, also congratulations on your first act in.
Yeah. So anyway, see, the thing about these inside jokes is a lot of these people will not get it if they're not drummers.
Why don't you give him a little backstory?
No.
Y'all know Fisher Price. Don't even worry about it. It don't even matter. Just look it up and get back to us when you do.
This is really terrible.
It's actually pretty terrible. But if you up on what we're talking about, so unfortunate insider, y'all'll be okay.
Anyway, really quick, I also want to just throw out there the verses that happened last week.
Oh my God.
That was probably in my top 3 verses that's taken place so far. And Earth, Wind, and Fire wore the Isley Brothers out. And it wasn't close. To me. By the way, Theodore Jackson, and he's going to watch this, and I'm praying for him. Shout out to TJ, that's my brother. But he said that Frankie Beverly and Maze would smoke both the Isley Brothers and Earth, Wind, and Fire. And I wanted to know what he was smoking.
Mr. Jackson, I don't even know you from a can of paint, but are you okay?
I probably shouldn't have said his name.
Now y'all know.
Love you, TJ.
I'm going to look him up. I'm about to add you on Facebook right now.
Anyway, let's get to this episode. Because we got some stuff to say, apparently. Well, Lysa got some stuff to say. So, because I heard most of it. And
it was pretty bad. I wept as Mary did at the feet of Jesus.
What's it was that pretty song? Terrible. I want to meet my mother. What's that song? Going home to live with God. Sooner will be done.
Sooner will be done.
There's a part that says no more weeping in the wailing. Okay, no more weeping in the wailing. Listen, Lysa was weeping in the wailing.
I cried so hard, and I was driving and crying, and so again, y'all, it's so much thought that goes, into planning these episodes and just putting stuff together. I'm sick. I'm so sick of talking to this man. I really am. But I mean, this is just what.
Like TV.
Okay, I'm sorry. I had to get that off. I had to get that off. Sorry.
Any Fighting Temptation fans out there? I hate him. But we were trying to put this episode together. We linked up, and we were on the phone, and trying to plan out what we were gonna, what episode would look like. And the actual topic of episode 2 was supposed to be revolving around the importance of music in churches. And
we shouldn't have told them that. We should let them be surprised by that when it came.
I mean, it's gonna come. We don't know when it's gonna happen, and I told them this won't happen often, but we got so delved and wrapped up in the conversation that we ended up taking a crazy tangent, which turned into what today's episode is. And in the midst of, I really did start crying. It was really terrible because I mean, look, y'all will learn this, of course, about us along the way. And if you don't know me, y'all know I'm tough, but I am really a sucker for the stuff that I'm passionate about and the stuff that I believe in. And so I ended up weeping, crying no, we're gonna talk about this. It was literally that dramatic.
Yeah, it was one of those things.
It was to the point where he was like, okay. We're going with it. And so thank you for even being willing to take that tangent because we had already planned, we had scheduled guests, we had already had stuff set up, but I threw a wrench in our operation and it was just something that, I felt passionately about, and I'm sure a lot of you all too once we get into it. And yeah, so thanks for rocking with me. So we kind of rolling a little bit off script, but I believe that there's just some solid stuff in what we have to say. And we just gonna make it do what it do. And so that's why we ended up titling today's episode 2, is Put Some Respect on My Name.
Put some respect on my mom.
Put some, well, what he said. I'm not going to say it.
We're not cursing today. By the way, that's another thing. That's another thing we want to say. We apologize for the extremely foul language that took place on last week's episode.
I don't apologize for it, but we could have refiltered.
No, niggas was wilding.
Yeah, you was.
By the way, my pops keep coming down on me for saying nigga. It makes my teeth white. And that's why I say it. I love you, Pops.
My mama too. Sorry, girl.
But my brother, Jared Dodson.
He's out of control.
I mean, it actually kicked it off with Jerry Westbrook. He started, and
he said, "Can I?"
Everybody
cuss?
was like, "Can I cuss?"
Sure.
Everybody literally said, "Can I cuss?" And then just gave me every curse word in the book, and I love you all for it. So yeah. Anyway,
again, this is a brave space.
Brave space.
We're gonna keep it 100. And
no, we're gonna show you why it's a brave space.
We're gonna show you why.
And we're gonna show you
space.
why all you niggas is punks.
Mercy.
Punks. Because I was finna say
mercy.
But yeah, man. Here's the real thing. Okay, we gonna go ahead and get into it. It's put some respect on my name, right?
Yeah. Read.
This might be one of those topics that you know I might shed a tear. Because these things, and we've had these conversations to each other, and, you know, we may have had them separately with other people that we hold close. But the disrespect or just the clear disregard for some creators, creators, is insane. And we want to fix that. One of the things Lysa said last week, I forgot which one of our guests was speaking, but she was saying how we're trying to heal a lot of stuff in the city. This is one of those.
Yeah.
And everybody knows exactly how I give it up.
Mercy, Lord.
And how dear this is to me and to Lysa.
Yeah.
Get it off.
All right. So one of the catalysts for the conversation is just I think that I argue with my dude a little bit just about a topic, basically saying, like, I didn't want us to take... You don't mind if I tell this? This is going to be a little crazy.
Don't say names.
I'm not going to say names, but we're branding, and in the beginning stages of everything, I wanted him to change his language, or our language, with how we were reaching out to people. And, you know, with how we give it up. And by what I mean by how we give it up is, in this oversaturated city of many talented and brilliant and amazing minds, right? Crazy talented city. I mean, like, literally shout out to everybody. And I don't mean that like in a super conventional way, but everybody got a little bro. Everybody got a little sister. Everybody has, like, you know, the fan setups, and, you know, the people that just like, oh my God, you're so amazing. And everybody, there are a bunch of people in the city that, you know, their work just speaks for them, right? And in that, it changes how we imagine somebody that you're a huge fan of, right? Like, if I saw Robert Glasper or Jasmine Sullivan tomorrow, I would probably faint. I would really lose it, because I'm huge fans of them. But in us also trying to build a brand, I fought him on this a little bit with how we were reaching out to somebody. As far, and I'll be 100. One of the things that we said was, we are huge fans of yours, which we are. You know, we have people that we look up to. We have people that we just like adore their work and everything that they stand for. But in us building a brand, and us, like, even though we probably haven't scratched the surface of what we could possibly do and what we could, you know, obtain and everything, I feel like we have a lot just within ourselves with what we can bring to the table and who we are, that people, and the stuff that we've done that people don't even know about, right? I feel like there's a lot in that, and that we need to start reaching out to people as equals. I respect the work that you do. I honor the work that you do. And not so much, we argued a little bit, as with anything, and I appreciate that feedback, and I appreciate that fight back. But I want to change how we look at each other, right? I feel like there is a lot of room for mentorship, and a lot of people, you know, just have people that they look up to, right? But even with that, I want to change the dynamic of that, because all of us just haven't arrived yet. And that's just the reality of the situation. All of us aren't, you know, at the highest of standards. And also, I want to counter that by saying, like, all of us have been in the beginning stages of something at one point, but that doesn't discount, like, just because, you know, people haven't seen, you know, the hugest of stages, or, you know, shook hands with, the top niggas, whoever, doesn't discount what's there on the inside. And I really want to somehow change how we communicate with that, and really so people can respect, I understand and I value what you bring to the table versus you ain't been here before, so why should I even have to listen to something that you have to say? And I know I just said a mouthful and rambled a little bit.
Yeah, hold on. She literally, I mean, I'm looking at an outline she wrote, and she literally just covered everything in 2 seconds. Like
Literally that.
It's pretty inconsiderate.
Sorry,
we're trying to
get there.
Camera. We're trying to do a podcast here.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, and I, everything Lysa just said. My fight back with her on the original thing.
Read.
With us reaching out to someone trying to, secure a guest on the pod. The guest may have a name, and me leading with, not even leading, but kind of throwing in that we're fans. Number one, let's stop making being a fan weird. That was one thing that my brother talked about last week, Jerry. People are making us regret being fans of people because of the way we look at it.
Yeah. Because
automatically, when I say I'm a fan, that automatically makes me a dick rider. That's just not true. We gotta stop that. And then we wonder why niggas say, "Oh, everybody in Chicago hates on people." That's because when they actually show love, you talk about them, you kill them for it.
It's facts.
So the apprehension that I got from my co-host was, nah, we ain't doing that because we're not sitting in these niggas' laps. And I totally understand 1,000%. However, that's not genuine to me. It's not genuine to me. Not what she said is not genuine to me. It's not genuine for me, rather. For me to just be like, yo, I'm running a business, come mess with us. No, I'm a fan. And we have a brand new podcast that people are still getting familiar with.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to build something here. We can't try to talk to people as if they know exactly who we are yet as a podcast. But it goes so much more deeper than that. Because it's not just me telling my co-host, we have to do this. We have to say these things. No, it's because of the stigma of fan. You can't be a fan without being talked about, because now you're derided. Why is that a thing? And this is kind of maybe off topic from our discussion today, but that's a real thing, and we need to cut it out. But to her point, after all that, we're trying to build something here. My co-host's perspective is, we them niggas. I agree. I don't disagree with that at all. And the reason why we entitled this episode "Put Some Respect on My Name," because with the work that I've done, with the work that she's done, the work that she's doing, she's probably leaving here to go to a session. I don't know.
Going to my brother's birthday party. You're a jerk.
But with all the stuff she's done, with all the stuff we've done, is here, and the respect level is here.
Yeah.
That's not making sense. But we're also building a brand, and we need to start here. But they opened up this conversation because also what she said a whole lot, and I'm really trying to explain it or trying to respond to everything. I don't know if it's possible. With coming up, being on the first level, on the low level of something, everybody has a beginning. And you got the big homies. A lot of them aren't reaching back. That's been a thing for forever. No, we're not complaining or whining about that. That's just a real thing. It
is, yeah.
It's just a real thing.
It's facts.
There's clicks and all this other stuff and yada, yada, yada. Don't care about that. I've always moved by myself. I work in my little room. I produce my little records. I get my check and leave me alone. But a part of me did feel that, why is this nigga getting the job? People gonna say, "Oh, you a hater for feeling that way," but these are real thoughts that niggas have. Yeah. Nobody's gonna say it. Mm-hmm. Nobody's gonna say it because now you looked at as weak. Now you looked at as a hater. Let me tell you something. Some of you niggas, I really don't have to hate on.
Ooh, I just love that.
Ooh, I just love that.
It's a little late, but some of you niggas really aren't worth hating on, and then some of you I just love too much too. I'm too big a fan of you to hate on you, and I don't have you niggas don't give me a reason to hate on you, but people disguise or not even disguise, they misinterpret hate for the truth, or vice versa. They misinterpret truth as being hate. It's not the truth. I just saw an instance. I don't even know if I should say this. No, I won't say it. I actually won't do that.
Choose your language wisely.
I am. A gig can be gone.
We need a facilitator. We want to do this right. Real quick, we want to do this right. I don't want y'all to think like this is like an attack type of situation.
It's not a bashing podcast.
It's not a bashing podcast. We will never, ever do that. We're going to expose it, and we're going to strategize with you all, and even outside of, just these cameras, to figure out how we can re-navigate these things. So I do want to be clear about that, because and let's be clear, mama, stop listening. I'm going to get my shit off, and he is too. But we're going to do this safely. Turn my camera on. We're going to turn it on.
I don't know if I want to do this.
I don't care. We're going to do this safely. And then if you're not watching, if you're just listening, listen very closely. We're going to do this safely. We're going to do this right. Because Brave Space is also in order to, we're not attacking niggas. We're not doing that at all.
Some niggas need to be attacked.
Hey.
That's a joke.
I got the bat in the car.
Yeah, help me out. I'm here all night.
Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Take your talents to Hallmark. But yeah, we're going to do this right. So I didn't mean to interrupt you, because what you were getting at was great. So I'm good.
I don't remember what I was saying.
Anyway.
Lysa, stop.
Sorry. Because I feel like these types of situations, as with anything, can turn into, they just hauling off about. Mm-hmm. And I want to be clear about that too. Exposing these things, the stuff, and again, this is what we're here to do. Exposing these things is not meant to make anybody feel bad or cause some type of uprising. Or
we're doing this because we love you, man,
and we love ourselves too. We got to exist in these spaces. It's beyond music, because the niggas in photography are dealing with this. The people that are putting on these amazing art shows with, different mediums, from sculpting or painting, whatever, they're dealing with this. The people in marketing are dealing with this. Like, we gotta put some respect on everybody's name right now. Everybody's name right now. And so I'm gonna go back to my outline a little bit. And shout out to Daniel Lamar. He was on our first episode, and really just been a bug in our ears lately. He brought up.
Still ain't text me back.
He still.
Go ahead.
Dan, turn my camera on again, and if you're listening, listen very closely. Danny, please call this man back. Text him. Do what you got to do. I'm sick of hearing about it. But shout out to him. He brought up a very interesting topic that I think that all creatives within the city and beyond can resonate with. And this topic is called net worth.
Net worth.
Net worth.
Oh, I just love that.
And I'm going to break that down for you a little bit. And I'm going to do it like this. I believe in metaphor. I can never go straight up the middle.
And I'm going to do it like
that. And I'm going to do it like
I'm going to break it down. I'm going to do it just
like that. All right. Lawrence.
These cups are fire.
Did y'all see these?
By the way.
It's a shop. Oh. I didn't even notice that yours was.
Logo one. My name. You probably can't. Show Lysa. Actually, show. Let me.
I see that. Ooh, I just love that.
Look at that.
That's sharp. And the logo's on that
Look
joint.
At that.
My nails fire too.
I don't know about that.
Okay, go to hell.
All right.
All right. Y'all, if y'all listening, we was nice enough to get us a little gift with our logos on these cute little wine tumblers that are actually holding our water with ice. Praise the Lord.
I'm not drinking water.
Oh, I just love that.
The enemy is busy.
All right, anyway, go ahead.
So net worth. Lawrence, I have $150. And I want you to come and create some stems for my show. I want you to play for it, and I need you to bring your equipment. I also got 4 more other people to pay.
You also want to fight.
That's scenario number 1. Scenario number 2. Oh. Hey, Lawrence, I heard about the work that you do. I heard about what you can bring to the table. I'm putting together a show. We're trying to get our budget together. What would it look like for you to create stems for our show? Bring equipment because the venue that we're looking at does not have certain things. And for you to possibly bring a team that will work best with you to help bring our show to life. Can you please let me know what that looks like and get back to me?
Well, that's how you talk to a nigga. I don't feel good.
And this is what I want to change.
By the way, I'm sorry.
Because that was good.
That was the most corny thing in the world. We didn't plan this. I'm rolling. Go ahead.
I swear to God, we didn't plan that. But this is one of the things that I want to change. And this, again, is with any medium. I don't want y'all to look. Music is just our thing. That's just what we do. But when you are reaching out to somebody for their services, and this is a respect thing, versus saying what you have and how people can fit into what you have, I think it may be worth asking the question of, what will it run me? What will make you most comfortable to render the best version of yourself?
And then negotiate after
that.
But give me a choice.
But give me the option.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because oftentimes, and I'm speaking about me right now too. I'm healing. And not saying like anything is beyond free. I do a lot of free stuff, probably more than what I should. But this is when I believe in people's visions and I believe in what people are trying to accomplish. And a lot of this stuff is more than money, but we also in a pandemic, bro. And I think like a lot of this has changed like with the pandemic, but even before then, I want us to, as people, especially when we're reaching out to services, because we don't pull up to Wendy's with our 4 for 4 saying that we only got 4 for 4 saying we only got $375. Can you fit the 4 for 4 into that? No, we go in there and we pay the price that they put on the screen or whatever total that they give us.
We also don't do that to white people.
That's another episode.
I'm just saying,
yeah.
Niggas just always get the short end of the stick. Black businesses, black musicians, y'all don't do that to
black photographers, black artists.
It's a fact. It's just a fact. Always want the discount. I appreciate my brothers and friends who have businesses and clothing lines and whatever, food services. Like, we gonna pay for that.
Absolutely.
I've never asked for a discount. Jared came to my house before he was even cutting in his shop to cut my hair. I paid him what he asked for. And that's probably one of the closest. That's not even probably. It's one of the closest people to me. This is what you do.
That's real.
Because you're not going to any of these other establishments trying to discount their worth or their prices. Mm-hmm. You wouldn't even try to.
I also think that, and this is just in my experience, just with me just wanting to honor my friends' prices because I want them to honor mine, whether I give them one or not. But there are a lot of people that I'll ask and inquire about things for. They'll be like, oh, I wouldn't do it for anything for you. No, please charge me so I can cuss you out if I don't get what I want. And that's another thing. Like, I want us to get into the habit of handling business correctly. Yeah, a lot of us got our bro rates, and then we got our professional on the outside.
By the way,
that's the thing.
The bro rates, that's my business. Mm-hmm. And I say not my business as in like my business. That's my business, meaning not your business, none of your business. So if I charge her $1, even though my price is $2.50, That ain't got nothing to do with you. Because that's another thing that we do. You know, we get mad. Like I don't get mad if I call somebody that I don't know. I would expect them. I don't expect them to give me a discounted price if I don't know them from a can of paint. Don't look at me and see, oh well, but I heard you charged it. Nah, nigga. I don't know you. Sorry.
It's all right. That's what we had to do.
Which is why also, even when you work with people, and we'll get into this when we have the MD perspective conversation, but even as MDs, you niggas need to take care of that with whoever your boss is, you know, because I have horror stories.
Or with anybody that's spearheading any type of project.
But you got to make sure you have that right and make sure that whoever's paying the money understands what's needed.
Mm-hmm. And that's another thing.
We're gonna get into a whole bunch of that's another thing. We got to relax because we want to.
Yeah,
we're still staying on net worth. Go ahead though.
But no, I was. I'm gonna give up because that's a tangent. That's a tangent waiting to happen. But
it's gonna open up a whole lot of things. But at the end of the day, my price is my price. By the way, it's okay if you can't afford it.
Say that. Ooh.
But don't diminish me by saying this is what I'm giving you. I've literally had somebody tell me, I won't dare because I still love this person. They didn't know what they were talking about. But they told me that there was a certain amount, a very low amount for a gig. And they told me, I can go get this done somewhere else for that. and I'm like, from where? Like, I mean, like we can really put this through the ringer, and it's like, no, you can't. Not good, not quality. Especially if you don't know niggas like that. It's gonna take people to really actually stand on, you know, letting people know the real, you know, people that you work for. Like, that's not gonna fly. And you get what you pay for is a real thing.
It's absolute true. And
the problem is, which would have flowed with the conversation that we were gonna have today about churches, and the importance of music in the church, because a lot of times these pastors in these ministries are completely disrespecting musicians. And we're going to talk about that.
Yeah, it's going to be a thing. We're going to do
it right.
It
don't take all that. Well, what's your salary look like? What's your takeaway on Sundays? They won't have that conversation, and they shouldn't. But
nobody's business.
Come on.
But I also believe that if you are expecting a United Center show experience, you better be ready to invest in the people that have to create that for you.
Give me at least some whole state.
No, seriously.
No.
And that was supposed to be the topic for today. We're going to cover that. We have some great people to give insight for that. But that is a thing, net worth. So, and again, that's falling under put some respect on my name. And y'all out there too, like, and I know a lot of niggas, they will sit at home, rightfully so, before they take that caliber of a nail. And so, yeah, y'all honor if you believe in these people that you're bringing on for these jobs, whatever that looks like, whether you be, you know, calling people for the photography job or, you know, to, you know, help you commission some type of work or whatever that is, be willing to honor what they bring to the table. There was something, there was something that I read on my brother's page. Shout out to Nick McCree, an amazing engineer and producer out of Chicago. He posted something. There was a picture on his Facebook about a boat. And there was something that happened with the boat where it wasn't working. It was a huge ship. And so they brought in this guy to fix it. And once the guy went ahead and evaluated everything that was wrong with the boat, he took a hammer and hit one piece of it twice. Or once. I think it was once or something like that. And then he charged him a huge amount. I'm going to say it was like $20,000 just to fix this huge ship. And one of the things where somebody would look at it as, all he did was took a hammer and hit this little piece of the boat once. You're looking at the job that was done, but what you're paying for is him knowing exactly where to hit the boat or hit that machine or whatever part of the boat that it was to make it work. So you're paying for you're paying for the knowledge. You're paying for the know-how. You're not paying, the job in itself may be easy, but somebody has to have that experience. So you're paying for the experience. So I want everybody to just take a minute and look at and just reevaluate yourself and what you bring to the table, right? The thought process that may go into you know, if you're marketing, your strategies or whatever your medium is, think about all that goes into putting those things together and create your price. and that's and that's just the reality of the situation. Crazy. And your price is your price, man. Like that's just what it is. You're paying for the knowledge of these things. And a lot of people, you know, are geniuses without the schooling, but they have the experience. You know what I'm saying? Like
that you don't. Like niggas, here's the thing. That the analogy that Lysa just spoke about was, I couldn't have made a better one. That alone, right there. I know it and you don't.
That part.
I can do it and you don't. Take me out of the equation, you ain't got it. That's it. And the problem that we look at, especially in this city, I see it. Y'all gonna agree with me. Y'all may not say it, but you know what it is. The stigma of those people who stand on, because there's a lot of nice people in the city.
Sorry.
Who do stuff for free, who do mad favors for people.
Why did you turn my camera on?
I have no idea. But there are mad people who are just good people, nice people, which is something we alluded to when we talked to Danny last week. They're just nice people, and they do stuff for discount prices. They do stuff for free. But the people who don't, the people who stick to their price, like, nah, I'm standing on that.
I understand.
They get pegged as these horrible people.
Charged.
They get pegged as the a-holes. The a-holes, the jerks. Trying to find different words to say without cuss. But they're like, you know, oh, they're hard to work with. Oh, they money hungry. The musicians in the church, for sure. And it's like, I'm an asshole because I want the money that's due me. You ask me for a service, I give you the price of what said service costs, and you don't have it. And I don't understand that.
You need me.
But that's been a narrative painted over and over and over and over again for years and years and years. And there's a lot of people who have not dirt. I don't know why I keep doing that, but not dirt on their names, but kind of like dirt on their names, just because of people saying that they're terrible people because they won't bend on their price. But once again, you don't do that to white people.
Mercy.
Or your bills. Or you may
get what Comhead won't.
You may pay a bill late. I know when Lysa was with Sprint, she never paid a bill on time.
First of all, go to hell.
Okay? But at the end of the day, them niggas is going to get their money.
They got it.
By the way, I don't want my money late. Pay me when you're supposed to pay me.
Turn my camera on.
No. But they get pegged as these horrible people, and they're just not. You should be looked at as the horrible person for trying to diminish their value. And it's time out for that. It's time out. You can still be okay. Like, I've had people, tell me or give me a price that I maybe thought, it's not worth that. But I'm going to do one or two things.
Either say no and go another route.
I'm going to pay it.
Or pay it.
Or I'm just gonna be like, no thanks. But I shouldn't look at this person as a terrible person. That's just not, it's not something that I was willing to pay. Get your money, king or queen. It's just not for me. And we can go our separate ways and be fine. You have a blast. But the narrative that's being painted about these people is terrible, and we gotta stop it. That's all I got.
That's true. And I know we're kind of like shedding light on the oppressors here, but I also want to shed some light on the receiving parties of that, and I'll be a little transparent in that too.
41 minutes in.
41 minutes in, man, and man, that escalated quickly. How are we gonna do this in 19?
Go ahead.
But I am one of those people that I'm very hard on myself, and I pride myself on being thorough. I feel like if I can get the job done, I'm gonna find the person that's gonna get the job done correctly or whatever. And when people, and I'm draking a little bit, let me have this.
Get it off.
Don't see enough in me to honor what I bring to the table. And it took me a minute to see my own brilliance. And I don't say that arrogantly. I feel like I have something special. I believe in myself. I know what I can do. And when people don't see enough in it, and this is even, beyond money. Because if I did this for money, like,
It's regard.
It's regard. And when you feel disregarded, that hits more different than you being $50 short on what I told you to pay me.
And now I want to fight.
And now I want to fight because I know what I have. And so I want because some people take that takes a jab at people's, like, I hate to say it, their confidence and self-esteem a little bit, like, damn, I wasn't good enough, like, or you didn't regard me enough, to give me, it's beyond money, but like at least give me the tools that I needed to get the job done, or put me in a position to be successful, or you would have called another mug. And that's another thing. One of my friends taught me this, like, all of you niggas are replaceable. Let's just get into that. That's a separate conversation. All you niggas can be replaced, myself included.
Boy, did we see that.
Boy, do we.
Sorry.
Mercy. But yeah.
We just
so we just saw that.
It's like last week.
Mercy.
It's like right before we potted.
6, 2, 5.
All right.
1. Okay. Music thing. But
you gotta get that. What? Go ahead.
All right. So regard. So for you people out there,
regard me, nigga.
Regard. All it takes is just simple regard. I believe that like I said, we have so much brilliance and talent in this city. People that could just Chicago can change. Chicago is changing the world and has been a catalyst for some of the most amazing thinkers, some of the most amazing musicians. I almost said politicians. I don't know why the hell I was thinking about politicians. I don't know why you said that one. I don't know where the hell that came from. But we have some of the best in everything, from athletics down to niggas playing the kazoo at the Waterhole in Western.
Everybody except those bucket boys. Listen.
Those bucket...
No, I'm not rolling. Listen, that's one thing, and maybe we'll save that for another episode. But we gotta stop
touching that.
We gotta stop hyping them niggas up. Okay, for real, that's not talent.
What?
Maybe sometimes when the ones that be like the halftime show, the Bulls, but them niggas, like, I'm not giving them my money. I'm joking. I have given them plenty of money. Not anymore though.
And my chicken nuggets, the ones that be on 55th at the exit by the Wendy's.
Anyway, no, but all the talent, it flows down to the buckets. That's true. Flows down to the buckets.
We just went from regard to attacking the bucket boys.
Sorry, I love the bucket boys.
Let me get y'all this man's license plate number. He drives
That's funny. They be right there, right? Anyway,
Kia shit. But seriously, these doggone tangents.
I'm sorry.
Regard.
I had to lighten it up.
If there's anything, because that was getting a little dense, but if there's anything that comes from this, put some respect on my name, your name, your name, like, is regard. Listen. All it takes is simple regard. I recognize your brilliance. How can I access this? What do you need to be comfortable in this? Because if y'all notice, like, a lot of these people, this pandemic, we've been working from home. Y'all know when we sit down to do stuff doesn't always come easy. Nope. Right? People see the finished product and don't know the blood, sweat, and tears that went into, editing these videos or these photos or putting together this amazing, or putting this amazing proposal together, or building this curriculum, building these lesson plans. Shout out to these teachers that's been operating during the pandemic. You niggas are amazing. Wherever you are, love you. But people don't understand, like, what all goes into that. And just a simple thing, this one word, regard. Regard.
Listen, with that, 46 minutes in, I think that's so important. Yep. And there's so many reasons why. But as we started the podcast with Lysa weeping and wailing last night.
I'm not crying today.
It was 1,000% about that. What happens is the way that real people, real creatives get overlooked in this city is insane, and it's laughable. It's shameful, and Chicago should be ashamed of itself. We've watched you parade these no talent having ass people in front of us for years when there are real people doing the real work.
Yep.
And we got to do that. We have to be better at that.
We do.
It's really not okay. And I'm sorry, because I'm not one of those people that feels that they need to bring down other people to lift myself up. This is not that type of party. But real niggas know.
I want to stop that too. You don't got to put other people down to make yourself.
You don't have to do that. But some people need to relax.
Mercy.
Some people need to relax. We have to be better at recognizing the creatives and giving them their flowers. Mm-hmm. Period. I've watched people, and I've been in situations where I'm literally the brains, and you take me out of it and stuff don't move. I've looked at my brothers and my sisters and my friend be in situations where they're doing all this work. They're the real creatives behind this, whatever the masterpiece is. And just get stepped right over. Get looked over. Don't get the credit that they deserve. Don't get the regard or get regarded. How you say that?
Yeah.
We have to stop that. It's too much of it in this city for sure. I feel like there's other cities, like people talk about the hip hop scene in Atlanta, right? Or the music scene in period in Atlanta. And why everybody flocks there? Because everybody is just, Chicago split up. In Memphis, it's terrible there. In Florida, it's terrible there.
Don't forget West
in New York, oh my God.
East Coast and West Coast.
In Atlanta, everybody's like, niggas just pull up to the studio, hey. So much camaraderie. We don't got that here. Because everybody wants to be somebody. I think Kendall alluded to the titles last week, and how you don't want to give it your all if you're not the number one guy. And stuff. So we all want to be there.
And don't want the stuff that comes with being a number one guy. I never want to be that.
There's an episode for that. There's definitely an episode for that. And it's coming soon. It's coming soon.
Next week, man.
But we have to do better in regard the real creatives. Because here's what's going to happen. At some point, people are just like, you're going to be left with nothing. Because it's going to be sifted out. Right? Mm-hmm. In the situation, I know we joked about it a little bit, and we're still not going to tell you what we're talking about, but the situation that we saw last week, a gig is not yours forever. Understand that. Niggas get fired.
Man.
But there's been words about this situation or this person being in these types of situations for a long time. It gets to the big stages and niggas out of a job. And soon you're going to keep lifting these people up and you're going to have nobody. Because the real creatives are going to say, forget what you're doing. We're going to build our own stuff. By the way, welcome to the Backroom Speaks podcast. Listen.
Brave space.
I'm not expecting to get flowers from any of you. I put in work. And I got production credits to prove it.
Facts.
And I got ASCAP checks to prove it too.
Are y'all registered? That's episode 2. Who you registered with? Go ahead.
But I'm not looking for any flowers from any of you. I want to be very clear. The reason why you got a disgruntled bald nigga like me is because of the way you treat or value creatives in the city, and it's time out for that. So guess what we did? Welcome to the Backroom Speaks podcast. Because I'm going to get mine. That's it. No, nobody being deep. I'm not shooting at anybody. I love everybody. I'm fans. I'm a fan. We're fans.
Facts.
Of people in the city. And we're going to keep showing up at shows like we always have.
Y'all take all
Don't nobody
money.
give up. Don't nobody give up support like niggas like us.
Don't.
Because we're still showing up to your shows. We're still buying your merch.
And we doing damage at your bar.
And killing the bar. Well, she does. I be drinking water.
He's lying.
I be drinking water.
Y'all seen him. Huh? Y'all seen him.
But come on, man. Do better. And this is out of love, of course. But you're going to respect me.
Absolutely.
That's all, man. 53 minutes.
53. And, man, that was a lot. And again, for niggas like us, and even out there, if you're listening, if you're watching, whatever that looks like for you, we want to heal that. We want to expose that. We want to create a platform. This is what our platform is here to do. Expose these things, have these conversations, as painful and as cringy as they would be. Because it's been cringy for me. I'm sure it's been cringy for him.
Yeah.
This stuff don't be easy. Like, we over here losing it, okay? I kid you not. And we probably wearing it well, but I'm probably cry when this camera goes off. But we wanna heal these things. We wanna change how we look at the people that we allegedly think the world of. We wanna change how we reach out to these people that we think the world of, and even more, this humility concept. And I may have to take that may be an episode. I don't know how the hell we gonna talk about that for an hour, but I'll touch on it real quick. Because I know we touched on the oppressor, the oppressed, but take your position with this one. And I'm gonna say this, and we could probably wrap up, or not. Hell, the part of humility that we miss is, people, thank you, to God be the glory. It's beyond that, but it's about giving that Allstate Arena, United Center, and I'm just limiting it to Chicago, this Apollo experience to your storefront. Mm-hmm. The same one that you would give on these huge stages. And I think that's the part that a lot of us are missing. I've done it too. I've gone to the storefront and half-assed. Oh, ain't nobody gonna hear this. when a storefront got me probably an opportunity. I'm trying to tell y'all, like,
that's a real thing.
Give it your all.
That's a real thing, and I maybe I won't
every time.
Maybe I won't say their names, but there's 2 musicians in the city right now because I plan on having them on the show. So maybe I'll wait to reveal who that is. But everybody knows who they are. They're killing it right now on everything. But in all the spaces that I've seen these people in, and it's been the smallest hole in the wall joints, and you're gonna get an A1 show
every time.
Church, R&B stuff, open mic, whatever. Small church. I'm talking about us running to these niggas in the wildest spaces like that. Like you shouldn't be here.
You probably shouldn't be there either.
Well, definitely not. Like if you have a little money, you probably shouldn't be here. If you have a nice car, you probably shouldn't be here. If you have a wife, you probably shouldn't. Yo, and you see these, and they give a full performance, and then you get those people who ain't scratched the surface of getting known or getting any type of clout, as the kids say. Basically, they're nobodies. And they walk up into a gig like they're somebody, and it's like, oh, this is not on my level. We got to stop that.
Yeah.
We got to stop that because, number one, there's always somebody that can step in the room and make you feel this small.
Yeah.
Now, granted, I don't care about you niggas. I really don't care. Listen, I'm a drummer, solid drummer. Not the greatest drummer ever. Not the greatest drummer in my city. I'm not the greatest drummer in my family. We'll talk about that.
Okay.
But so I know who I am. And these niggas don't be knowing who they are. And so that when they're this big until another nigga walk in the room. And then we got to start having a conversation about your manhood and your self-esteem. And I'm not a therapist. But let's stop that. Like Lysa said, you're putting on a United Center, All-State Arena, Apollo performance in your storefront. I like that. I like that analogy. We're 58 minutes in. We got to stop this episode, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be a part 2.
There's going to have to.
In 3 and 4 and 5 and 6 and 7, 8, 9, 10.
You're going to bring some people in for this too.
For sure. But for real, we love you all. We do this because we love you.
And we love us too.
Really quick, 58 minutes in. Well, we do want to shout out Creative Clothing 773 once again.
Shout out to Curtis McCautry again.
And Lysa's wearing...
Kelsey King dropped a line, good things. Go ahead and support him. It's not the one that I actually wanted. I want my t-shirt, Kelsey, if you're watching or listening. But go and support him. We're gonna throw his information up after all of this is over. So again, and y'all look, we rocking the merch. We're buying the merch. We're supporting the Black-owned businesses.
We're buying the merch.
We are buying the merch.
However, send us stuff if you
please.
want it. You know what I mean? Like, we
I like t-shirts. I like crew
free
necks.
stuff.
He don't like crew necks. We
like free
both
stuff.
like hoodies. We love free stuff.
Also, the 2 winners that won the
oh yeah, we're getting your stuff.
We're gonna get you your stuff really soon. So
yeah, shout out to Jaime and Desi. They won for our social media engagement giveaway that we were doing. They were rocking with us on Twitter and Instagram.
Yeah, so they're getting both creative hoodies
and Art of a Clout from
hoodie. So you'll get it soon. We love you all, man.
Yeah, and again, we appreciate you all for tuning in for this website. And if you don't leave it anything else from the Put Some Respect on My Name episode, it's regard, and we want to empower everybody. It's beyond like we're gonna tear down all of the bullshit. Sorry, I'm here now. We're gonna tear down the BS, but we're also gonna empower everybody. So creatives, I want y'all to stick with it, whatever your medium is. Whether it be, if you're out there practicing, shedding, whatever that looks like for what you operate in, stay the course. Please stay the course.
Please.
because somebody out there needs what you bring to the table. Somebody needs your brilliance. Somebody needs the excellent things that you do. And so stay the course. We're here to empower you. We're here to love on you. We doing the same for us. We building ourselves up at the same time. Like, and so again, y'all, this is the Backroom Speaks podcast, the brave space for our creators. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Stay tuned for the next episode. You got anything else you want to add? Mama, I love you.
Mama, I love you.
P.O.P. hold it down.
That's funny, man. Backroom Speaks podcast, the brave space for creators. Because find me another one.
Find me.
You can talk about it. In the back room of the back room.
Ooh, Lord.
It was all bad fumes in the back room. Skeleton-filled closets in the back too. You can talk about it. 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 You can. In the back room of the back room. It was all bad fumes in the back room. Skeleton-filled closets in the back too. You can talk about it. 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 You can talk about it.